to book with me? Nobody's going to answer me. Or are you waking up in the morning saying, everybody's going to book with me? Everybody wants to be healthy and wealthy. Everybody wants to know about this. And it really makes a difference. It makes a difference what you say the minute you get out of bed. If it's going to be a sunny day or a cloudy day, if it's going to be great or not, you do get to control that part of it. Yeah, you'll get up and you'll stub your toe and you'll say the whole day is going to be terrible. Or you could stub your toe and say, okay, that's a sign. It's a sign. You see, some of us think about who we're going to meet. And some of us think about also, Christine says this all the time. If I don't talk to someone, who am I going to miss? Who am I going to miss today? Who can I change their lives? I talk about this all the time. When you have fear to talk to someone, you can use me as an example. If I were a corporate woman, when my son collapsed, my husband and I would be bankrupt because we were so dependent on a company that after I had all my sick time would have fired me. But instead, I was with a company where people worked with me. I had already built a business. So I honestly, things were running on its own, but I had a group of people like all of you here today that did my meetings for me. You see, they thought differently. They helped me out. So I want you to think about winning because someone may need you later. Please think about that. Think about winning. Think about getting in a position because 5 years from now, someone else may need you to be a winner, to help them out. Um, you know, there's no losing when you try. You can't lose if you just keep trying, if you can't work towards it. But there are people that'll say, oh, the app's not working right. Oh, this, the pictures aren't the way that I want the pictures to be in the back office. I want you all to understand. I say, wow, this is a brand new company, 19 months old, and they have a back office. They have pictures that I never had in another company. They're continually trying to do their best. We were laughing yesterday because Christine and I, we really were trying to follow the rules. It just wasn't happening. Okay, so on page 65, rich people are committed to being rich. Poor people want to be rich. Some of you I still get chills when I read that. Rich people are committed to being rich. Poor people want to be rich. Let me flip that. Some people are committed to being successful, and some people want to be successful. I want you to know the loudest person is not the most successful person. I'm very loud. But there are very quiet people that are successful. It has nothing to do with that. Every one of your personalities are perfect because you're going to relate to someone like yourself. But you have to be committed to it. And I want to tell you guys, are you committed to growing this company? I want you, as you're thinking of your goals for 2025, are you committed to growing 3, even if you're not winning? Are you committed to growing this company, even if there's things that you don't understand? Are you committed to growing this company, if you have a bad day or a good day. I love it. Leaders in my past company would say, yes, we all get to cry. We all get to cry for a day. And then the next day, we got to go and we got to make things happen. But the difference between winners are we feel the same way. We get hurt. I mean, I promise you, people ding me and I'm like, oh, I can't believe they just said that about me. And then I'm like, gotta brush it off and move on. As Christine says, have rhinoceros skin. It's funny when I meet someone and they say to me, oh, you're in one of those companies. And it's a little different for me now because I have proof that it works. But they're like, you're in one of those companies. Christine taught me to say, and you're not. like, like, wow. Because the people that, and remember, for years, I was in a company with women. And so I would say, the women that I'm around that are at the top of this company have a balanced life. The women that I'm around don't stab me in the back to get to the top because we all get to the top together. So I try to change their thinking of this business, of what we're doing. But you got to be in the game. You got to be in the game. You got to be committed because, this is a new company. And I love this because Kim Wee says this. This is for some of us and it's not for some of us. Some of you are like, I didn't sign up to build a business. Okay, you could just play a smaller part in this, which is fine. But I signed up because Christine said, hey, Antoinette, do you want to build a business? Do you want to start something from the ground up? I'm like, ooh, that sounds juicy. That sounds fun. Um, let me read this. The law of income. You will be paid in a direct proportion to the value you deliver according to the marketplace. I want you to understand if you are in a job, and I have nothing against corporate working, I have a family that is so mixed. You would love to be at my Christmas table. My daughter's getting her PhD. My son doesn't believe in school, quit after 3 years. We have Republicans and Democrats in my family. Some of us go to a brick and mortar church. Some of us have a spiritual group differently. You couldn't get more mixed in my family. But what I want you to understand is if you work a job, they control your life. They tell you when you get a raise. They tell you when you can do everything. They tell you what car you drive. And I have been in this business long enough to know that I've had friends that have made a lot more money than I've made, but in a second, they lose it. A second. So I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying have a plan B. I'm saying to you that if you want to get wealthy, wealthy people don't depend on anyone but themselves. Wealthy people know. I remember it was 21 years ago when I said to my husband, at the time I was the breadwinner, honey, I'm leaving corporate and I'm going 100%. And my husband said to me, I don't care what you do, just bring home the money. And I was like, but I make a funny joke about that. What he was saying to me was, I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe that you're the one that's going to make everything happen. Could you imagine if I stayed at J.C. Penney, who went bankrupt and laid off everyone? So what I'm trying to say to you is, you know, you have to look at everything. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm just saying have a plan B. A millionaire doesn't depend on a job, doesn't depend on, how do I say this and not be political? But you have to depend on yourself. I'm just going to say that. Stop wanting everyone else to control your life. That's, one of the things. Um, I love this. It says this, and all of us, we need to do this. Place your hand on your heart and say, I think big. I choose to help thousands and thousands of people to think big. So I want everybody to do that. Put your hand on your heart and say, I think big. I choose to help thousands and thousands and thousands of people to think big. And I know it's 10 o'clock. I just want to leave you with that because in 2025, I don't know what your goal is, but my goal is to do it again. I know in Mary Kay that every person did not maybe reach their goals, but I know that I worked hard to make everyone feel wonderful because that's what Mary Kay Ash taught me. I know that Christine Peterson said to me, it doesn't matter. She wasn't afraid of corporate people. She wasn't afraid to say to me, you can do this. A lot of you are afraid, oh, what if it doesn't work? But because of the confidence that she had, I had the confidence to say it to others. I want you to know that in 2025, we are not only helping them financially, but we're helping them with health and wellness. I want you to know that I joke about this. I did not know what a turmeric was. I did not know anything about supplements. I was so involved in being that corporate person that my eyes weren't open to other things. And so for some of you, it will be a blessing if you help someone just be healthy. It'll be a blessing if you teach them that red dye is not so good. It'll be a blessing if you teach them that really it does matter if you drink water. So you have to think differently in order to help others think differently. And I want all of you to have an amazing Christmas. I'm sorry, I come from retail. So Christmas is Christmas Day, maybe the day before, but the week after Christmas. I want you guys to think, even if you're not really working, I want you to put your hand on your heart every morning and say, thousands and thousands of people need to know about 3 because Kim Wee did not start this business for money. She started this business because she wanted other people to understand a different way of life.
That's huge. Yeah. So thank you so much. Does anyone have anything they'd like to share? Or any questions for Antoinette before we break today?
Everybody's just ready to get to work.
Awesome. It was awesome. A great job of training, Antoinette. I'm so proud of you. You get it. You get it.
It was your training that you gave me years ago.
Well, then now I think that's the whole point here, isn't it? It's duplicating yourself.
Yes.
It's duplicating yourself. And I've done a good job, and that makes my heart feel full.
Absolutely. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. I know that we still have a power hour today. We do have a Blitz call tonight and Nilbert's on tomorrow night. But very Merry Christmas, everyone. And take lots of detox after the Christmas cookies.
Oh
Right.
my, and the red dye. Oh, you killed me when you said that. I was like, I'm not using any red dye to make anything holiday exciting. But yeah, it's beautiful. You're right, Antoinette. Tonight we have Lance and Tracy Smith on the Blitz. Like, you want as many guests as you can possibly get on tonight. Do not miss it. They're some of my favorite presenters. They land everything in that presentation. There's no way that you can't get a guest on there that's going to say no. They will not say no to you. They will say yes to you. All right. So if you really got a chicken list, anybody that needs to jump on, make sure you take that power hour time to invite them to tonight's call. I am so excited. You guys, just being on with you makes my heart sing. I just want you guys to know that. Like, this is my favorite call of every morning. This is what sets the tone for every day. So thank you guys for being on. We love you. We're grateful for you. Let's go out and make a mess. We'll clean it up together. Okay. And it's going to be a great day. All right. I almost said happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I'm an
I'm
English.
having
Can
a
you share
spa
the
day
invite
with my
tonight?
daughter tomorrow, so I won't be here. So Merry Christmas.
Okay. Merry Christmas. Happy.
And share the invite tonight.
All right. Yes. Be sure to invite. Great. All right. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the
Thank
couch.
you.
Bye.